Get ready for cargo shots from the Strat Times, presented by HACTL. Here's a weekly roundup of the latest air freight and logistics news.
Riyadh Air, Saudi Arabia's second flag carrier, has selected SATs for cargo handling. Lufthansa Cargo has released its new winter schedule alongside a strategic partnership. Meanwhile, Abu Dhabi airports handled nearly 345,000 tons of freight in the first half of 2025. Stay with us as we bring you this week's top stories from the world of air cargo. I am Nikita Sebastian and you are watching Cargo Shots, presented by HACTL. Riyadh Air has signed a 5-year strategic partnership with SAT Saudi Arabia, a subsidiary of Singapore-based SATS Limited, to provide end-to-end cargo handling services at major airports across the kingdom. The agreement covers operations at Riyadh Air's hub at King Khalid International Airport, with additional support in Jeddah and Dammam. SATS will manage a 60,000 square meter terminal at Riyadh, equipped with specialized facilities for pharma, e-commerce, live animals, and dangerous goods. The deal grants Riyadh Air access to SAT's global network of over 225 stations and 250 airline partners. By integrating SAT's digital cargo management systems and hub expertise, the carrier aims to strengthen supply chains, connect over 100 destinations by 2030, and advance Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 logistics ambitions. Lufthansa Cargo has announced its winter 2025-2026 schedule, effective 26 October, with bookings open from 5 October, further strengthening its global cargo network. The carrier will market belly capacity on up to 7,500 weekly flights to more than 350 destinations, alongside its 777 freighter network serving 53 points with up to 87 weekly rotations. Building on its ITA Airways partnership, Lufthansa Cargo will now market nearly all of ITA's belly capacity, creating a new hub in Rome and adding almost 20% more space. The new schedule reintroduces Almaty in Central Asia and adjusts the Ho Chi Minh City-Los Angeles route to include a Shanghai stopover. In Asia Pacific, customers gain access to 50 weekly flights to 17 destinations, while the Americas network covers 28 weekly services to 11 points in North America and 4 in South America. Alongside network growth, Lufthansa Cargo has also signed an MOU with online retailer SHEIN to advance sustainable air freight. The agreement includes adopting sustainable aviation fuel within 6 months, with verified emission certificates, and exploring broader decarbonization initiatives across supply chains. Mammoth Freighters has kicked off test flights for its Boeing 777-200 LRMF, targeting supplemental type certificate approval by early 2026. Vice President Brian McCarthy told the Strat Times that all smoke detection, penetration, and migration tests on the ground have been completed with exceptional results. The 200LR certification is crucial, as the 300ER STC depends on it under a single FAA project number, with the 200LR serving as the master certification. Mammoth aims to wrap up flight testing and data submissions by December, with FAA administrative review likely to extend into January. The program has already secured 35 firm orders, including commitments from Jetran, Avia Solutions Group, Qatar Airways, DHL, and BBN Istanbul. Saudia Cargo has expanded its fleet with 2 Airbus A330-300 P2F freighters under a wet lease agreement with ASL Aviation Holdings. The move is designed to boost global cargo capacity and improve connectivity across more than 50 destinations in Europe, North America, and Asia. The A330-300 P2F, with a payload capacity of 62 tons and a range of 6,850 kilometers, is suited for both e-commerce and heavy cargo. The first aircraft, converted from passenger to freighter in June and repainted in Saudia livery, is expected to enter service in September, with the second joining by year-end. Operated under an ACMI lease by ASL Airlines Ireland, the freighters will enhance supply chain resilience while reintroducing the A330 type to ASL's fleet. Abu Dhabi airports moved around 345,000 tons of freight in the first 6 months of 2025, underscoring the Emirates' rising importance in global trade. Growth was fueled by e-commerce demand, strategic partnerships, and infrastructure upgrades. A key driver is the joint venture with JD Property, the infrastructure arm of JD.com, to develop a 70,000 square meter tech-enabled logistics hub at Zayed International Airport. Equipped with automation, smart warehousing, and advanced handling, the facility will cater to east-west e-commerce flows and specialized cargo across the Gulf Cooperation Council and the Middle East and North Africa region. The airport group is also investing in digital tracking, sustainability, and expanded handling capacity to attract global freight operators. CEO Elena Sorlini said the performance highlights Abu Dhabi's strategy to strengthen supply chains and support economic diversification, with further growth expected in e-commerce, manufacturing, and pharma. Vienna Airport handled around 154,000 tons of freight in the first 6 months of 2025, marking a 9% increase year-on-year. The growth, equal to an additional 12,822 tons, was fueled by booming e-commerce, new long-haul links, and higher belly cargo volumes. Belly cargo rose 16% to 67,070 tons, offsetting a slight decline in pure freighter tonnage. Pharma shipments also increased by 12% to 2,040 tons. Imports grew 4% to 81,162 tons, while exports surged 15% to 72,839 tons. Airport executives highlighted Vienna's strong position as a hub between Asia and Southeast Europe, with further growth expected in the second half of the year. The airport's 24/7 operations, freighter parking bays, and fast regional road connections continue to strengthen its role as a key European cargo gateway. Thank you for joining us on this week's Cargo Shots. Stay updated by hitting the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and visiting www.stattimes.com for daily news updates. We will be back next week with a new episode of Cargo Shots featuring more interesting stories.
You've been watching Cargo Shots from the StatTrade Times, presented by HACTL. See you next week with more updates from the air cargo and logistics industry.